Perhaps you want to draw some construction lines to help you set out elements of your design. You may want to use construction lines as a reference for drawing the overall footprint of your building, for example. In this video, I'll show you how to add vertical and horizontal construction lines to your drawing, how to hide them, and how to delete them. I'll explain how to switch on snap mode and nearest snap so that you can locate points on existing construction lines and place additional construction lines relative to them. To do this, you'll need to use the relative tool, the R key on your keyboard. If you haven't already viewed them, we strongly recommend that you watch the basic drawing skills videos, which cover how to use the mouse and shortcut keys, before you take a look at this one. Click on the Drawing and Annotation tab at the top of the screen. In the middle of the Drawing and Annotation tab, you'll see a range of construction line tools. The Delete All button allows you to delete all the construction lines in one go, and the Toggle Visibility button is a tool for hiding and showing the construction lines. To set out the external walls of a house, you'll usually just need horizontal and vertical construction lines. I'm going to start by selecting the Horizontal Construction Line tool. Once you've selected a construction line tool on the ribbon, you'll see that you're effectively holding the construction line with the cursor. All you need to do is click to place it. The instructions prompt you to click to indicate point. Once you're happy with the position of the construction line, simply click the left mouse button to place it. Next, I'm going to place a vertical construction line to set out the left-hand wall. Click the Vertical Construction Line button on the Drawing and Annotation tab. The instruction once again tells us to click to indicate point. Place your cursor where you want the construction line and click the left mouse button to place it. I want to place another vertical construction line 4,330 mm to the right of the first vertical construction line. If I hover the cursor over the vertical construction line I've just drawn, a message pops up next to my cursor saying Nearest. This means my cursor is snapping to this construction line. If Nearest doesn't appear, click the Nearest Snap button at the top right of the screen. I'm going to use the Relative tool to plot the position of the next vertical construction line. To use the Relative tool, I just need to hover my cursor over the nearest snap point on the existing construction line and press the R key on my keyboard. Don't click on the nearest snap point, just place your cursor over it and then press the R key. As you can see, BuildingWorks is giving some measurements relative to the point I snapped to on the construction line. To place the next construction line, I'm going to press the right arrow key to indicate that the next construction line is to the right of the first one. The distance dialog box will pop up. Enter the distance to the next construction line. I want to place this construction line 4,330 mm to the right, so I'm going to type that into the distance input box. The units you're working in will depend on your program settings. By default, BuildingWorks is set to work in millimeters for lengths. View the video on how to change the units in BuildingWorks for more information. For now, click OK to confirm the distance. BuildingWorks has automatically placed my construction line 4,330 mm to the right of the first vertical construction line. After entering a dimension, the software returns to dimension mode. To use the Relative tool again, I need to switch back to snap mode. To select snap mode, click the F7 key on your keyboard. Press the snap button at the bottom right of the screen. Continue placing your vertical construction lines in this way. Once you've placed the final vertical construction line, press the Escape key to drop the tool. This time I'm going to place a horizontal construction line 1000 mm below the first horizontal construction line. Click the Horizontal Construction Line button. Hover over the existing horizontal construction line to find the nearest snap point. Remember, you don't want to click on the nearest snap point, just hover your mouse over it. Press the R key to use the Relative tool. Press the down arrow key to indicate that you want to place the next construction line below the existing construction line. Type the distance into the distance dialog box and click OK. the construction line appears 1 metre below the original construction line. Continue in this way, switching on snap mode, hovering over the nearest snap point of an existing construction line, pressing the R key and then an arrow key before entering the distance into the distance dialog box. To tell the software you finished placing the construction lines, simply click the Escape key on your keyboard to drop the construction line tool. To hide the construction lines, click the Toggle Visibility button. You may want to do this to make your drawing look tidier once you've set out the external walls. To show the construction lines, just click the Toggle Visibility button again. To permanently delete all of your construction lines, press the Delete All button. You might want to do this once your design is complete. You can select and delete individual construction lines by clicking on them and pressing the Delete key on your keyboard. Don't forget to save your project. If you press the Save As button, you can number your drawings, or give them a slightly different name. Then, if you make a mistake or need to make a design change, it'll be much easier to retrace your steps. Enter a name for this version of your project, and then click Save. All of the jobs in your project, and therefore all of your drawings and estimates, will be saved when you save your project. Give it a go. Add some construction lines to your drawing. Select a construction line tool from the Drawing and Annotation tab. Check you've got nearest snap switched on and use the R key to draw a construction line relative to another. Don't forget to switch snap mode back on after you've entered a dimension using the F7 key, as the software automatically reverts to dimension mode. Once you're happy with your construction lines, take a look at the video called How to Draw External Walls Using Construction Lines for guidance on drawing your external walls. Over to you.